Welcome to Rice TVX. Today, July 4th, 2021. It's going to be a very short live stream. I want to wish everybody who is located in North America, born in North America, otherwise known as the United States of America, happy Independence Day. I wish you an awesome 4th of July and getting this thing started. As always, before we begin today's live stream, a few quick messages from the sponsors of Rice TVX, and information can be found down below in the video description for BitSwap DEX, for Monarch, and for Presearch.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for today's very special, very short live stream. I did a live stream last night, and I said it was going to be short, and it ended up being about a half hour. I'm going to try to keep this thing to being under 10 minutes. Every time I say that, it doesn't work out, but I've got to go out of town. I'm going to be spending some quality time with friends and family off grid for the next 2 days. So I encourage you as well to make sure that you're taking advantage of this time. But what I really wanted to do with today's video is I want to challenge everyone today. Even if you're not located in the United States, you still understand the concepts of independence, our 4th of July holiday, Independence Day, similar to Canada Day, the day that America declared its independence, July 4th. 1776, I believe. So I want you to ask yourself and ponder upon this. What do freedom and independence really truly mean to you? And we'll get into a little bit of the etymology. A little bit, the definition, not necessarily the etymology. I'm going to use the etymology dictionary to do some sharing here in just a moment, but I want you to really think about what freedom and independence mean to you. In the United States, being that today is Independence Day, is this what our founding fathers fought for? Is this the country, this corporation that's called and known by the U.S., what our founding fathers wanted? Or is this what they were fighting against? So I really want you to do your own research and look into history, because it looks like we've been lied to about a lot of things. Not even really sure what the truth is. I try to be as patriotic as I can possibly be, but the more I look into some things when it comes to American history, it's sometimes hard for me to do that. In studying sovereignty and law and freedom and independence, I have started out with this idea of restoring the republic, and I'm not quite still in that mindset. I'm not 100% against it, but I'm still not in that mindset, because do we really know the history of what took place when our country was formed, when we went from being colonies to becoming an independent nation with states? So going to an etymology online dictionary, and this is the definition for freedom. I'm just going to read the definitions, and then I want you to ponder upon these things, and I'm going to go into something here in a minute. Freedom, from the Old English, means power of self-determination, state of free will, emancipation from slavery. Now, there are some things that people have talked about where this has something to do with franchising. Um, that's not the definition I'm talking about. We have a socially accepted norm definition of what freedom is. And it really means state of free will, being able to be free to choose what you do, self-governing, um, self-sovereign would be the idea of what freedom is. Self-sovereign, so you're sovereign unto yourself. Independence, being that today is Independence Day. Fact of not depending on others or another, self-support, and self-government. Self-governance, self-sovereignty. It came from the Old English word selfdom. Self plus dumb is law, but in this form, it's closer to a privilege. So again, franchise and privilege are associated with these words, but I'm not getting into the nitty gritty etymology of what these words may have been intended for. We have a socially accepted norm definition of these words. We associate freedom and independence with a lack of control, with a lack of being told what we have to do. So to be truly free and to be truly independent, you would be self-governing. And that is that. But is that where we're at today? If you want to study some things about history, I encourage you to go over to my playlist section over on my YouTube channel and check out the playlist called USA versus USA Incorporated. There's also a Revealing Hidden History playlist as well that I encourage people to check out right here. And then my freedom advocates and activists and my law playlist. These are all a lot of useful information that's going to be challenging you in your thought processes when it comes to things like freedom and independence, even liberty. So with everything that's going on today, and considering I asked earlier, is this what our founding fathers fought for? Is this the country that our founding fathers wanted? Or is this what they were fighting against? Are we losing them both today? Are they slowly, they being governments, central banks, the powers that be, are they slowly gaining all control? Complete control. Because from my perspective, they are aiming for top-down central planning, which is communism. Yeah, you look at what's going on in the World Economic Forum, the IMF, the talk of the UN, the talk of the Great Reset, that you will own nothing and be happy. We are at an end of a fiat cycle. We're at a very pivotal point in history, and we have the power to change that. We don't have to fall into the agendas that the powers that be are leading us into. I'm really trying my best to manifest this idea that when enough people take a stand, nothing can stand against the people. And that's not encouraging violence. It's not trying to incite a riot. It is not seditious. Peacefully, when enough people take a stand, nothing can stand against the people. If we don't start doing something to stand up and take action with the different things that are happening all around the world when it comes down to this top-down central planning control that they're trying to implement, we will be in a future that would be much like George Orwell's 1984, the book 1984, and also Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, another book. Very similar ideas, slightly different. Could be a combination of the two. If this is something that you're looking forward to, then go ahead and get those books, read them, and get used to the future and be a good little citizen. If you think that today, with everything that's been going on, especially over 2020, that we are in a position that we are slowly losing our freedom and independence, then I want you to challenge yourself to also think about what you can do to make a difference. What kind of a impact can you make, no matter how big or small? How can you contribute? How can you take action? We all have the power to make an impact, no matter how big or how small that impact is. And you never know who you're going to inspire to do so much more. But collectively, we can change the entire world. So I'm trying to remind everybody that we all individually have that power to make change. All it takes is one person to step up and start being an example for other people to follow. I call it practice change. I encourage you to check out the videos about practice change. And, it's a holiday weekend. Most businesses and any sort of government facility is going to be closed tomorrow, Monday the 5th. So take today and tomorrow and enjoy friends, family, and think about these things that I'm talking about. Think about what's happening in today's world and how you can make a difference in it. And really ponder and think about what freedom and what independence mean to you. Not going into the etymology of the words, not trying to argue about it. It means this. It doesn't mean that. We have socially accepted norm definitions of these words: freedom and independence. What do they mean to you? And if they mean something to you, what are you willing to do to make sure that we don't lose these things? What are you individually willing to do to make sure that we do not lose freedom and independence? That the chains just keep getting tighter and the control just becomes more and more. So I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Real quick, I want to go ahead and acknowledge everybody who's in the chat. Excuse me. I am going off grid. I'm leaving in about 45 minutes. I just wanted to make a really quick video. Give something for people to think about. Mouse, thank you for tuning in, my friend, my Irish buddy. Happy Independence Day, 4th of July, my friends. Thank you. Proper Persona, Natural Earth 3.3, YouTube party with fried rice. That's dirty white fried rice for you. Proof of conspiracy from Proper Persona. Our financial system was created by a family who was intimately connected to the secret society of the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds themselves are not a secret society, but yes, I would believe the Rothschilds, being one of the most powerful families and wealthiest, are definitely involved with the creation of our third attempt at central banking in the United States with the Federal Reserve. Again, I'm going to be no videos the rest of the day and no videos tomorrow. I have a live stream scheduled for Tuesday. Tuesday would be the 6th, and that's at 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to be joined by Stan Barabbas from Bodhisattva Love as we continue our Road to Freedom and Liberty series, Rise and Stand with Rice and Stan. So that's going to be Tuesday at 6:00 p.m. So make sure you're tuning in for that. Chris Ledford, I appreciate your comment. This day is not about freedom or independence, about being enslaved. I would disagree with that statement just because that's not what took place on 4th of July. But I mean, 1871 would be the beginning of that enslavement issue that you're talking about. The 14th Amendment, things to that effect. But I do appreciate you tuning in. And this is kind of along the lines of what I want people to start thinking about. Again, what do freedom and independence mean to you? And what are you doing? What are you willing to do if you feel that we are in a position that we are slowly losing these things? And when I say slowly, this is something that's been happening for a good over 100 years, longer for sure. But we are at a point where it's time to take a stand. Because if we don't take a stand, it's just going to be, we're giving the powers that be more of a chance to implement more control, which makes it harder for people to get out of that control. So really think about what you can do to start taking action today. Not today necessarily, but what you can do to start taking action. Please think about those things. Cheers to all. Stay safe, free, and enjoy good camaraderie. Rice TVX can be found anywhere on earth with anyone doing anything and catch a show. Appreciate it. Third Coast, thanks for tuning in. Happy Independence Day. Les Sharian, thanks for joining. Gulag G. E3, thanks for tuning in. Andy Lee. I don't know if Clint's going to be on next week or the week after, but Clint will be back soon. So within the next few weeks for sure. Ancient, but still here. Thanks for tuning in. See Edward Everett Horton. I'm interested in seeing who that is, but Rice, our USA Republic forefathers are saluting you from the ether. Much respect and high fives to you, and having the honor and cojones to speak and spread truth to the masses. You're an inspiration. I appreciate that, man. And I'm not trying to elevate myself. I'm just trying to play my role, play my part, and do what I think is necessary. Education and empowerment are key to move ahead, especially considering our education system, and especially here in the United States, it's designed to keep us pretty slow and uneducated. So I think it's really important that we educate ourselves. So again, educate yourself about history. Check out my playlist section. Check out the Revealing Hidden History. Check out the USA versus USA Incorporated, my law playlist, freedom activists and advocates and activists. Make sure you check that out. And I do want to remind everybody to make sure you are subscribed to my backup channel on YouTube, Rice TVX2, the sequel. We have under 300 subscribers. We've passed over 20,000 on Rice TVX, the main channel. So let's try to get those subscriber numbers up on the backup channel. This is where you'll be able to find me just in case anything happens to my YouTube content. And we are live streaming right now on Rice TVX2 and Rice TVX. I'll show you right here. We is live streaming on both channels. Make sure you follow me on Odyssey. Make sure you're taking advantage of my partnership with Money Metals Exchange. I'm not sure why that's not coming up. And all that good stuff. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I definitely encourage you to make sure you're subscribed. And it looks like this stream has went over 10 minutes, and I said I wasn't going to do that, but we're about to end it right now. So I do appreciate you tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Again, please challenge yourself to really ask yourself what freedom and independence mean to you, and what you're willing to do to step up and take action so that we do not lose these precious things that mean so much to us. Because when these things are gone, I don't even want to go there. I'm not getting into specifics about what the Constitution is. I'm not getting into specifics about what we the people is. I'm asking you what freedom and independence mean to you. I'm asking you what you're willing to do to make a better future for not only yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for your future generations to come. All right. So do appreciate you tuning in. I usually play this at the beginning of the videos, but I'm just going to play this right now, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Have a great day. Have a great 2 days. I'll see you again on Tuesday the 6th, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time with Stan Barabbas for Bodhisattva Love. As always, I encourage you to be the change by practicing change. If this is your first time ever watching any of my videos, I do encourage you to check out and explore my channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and also make sure you subscribe to my backup channel, Rice TVX2, the sequel. And in case anything ever happens to my channels on YouTube, make sure you're following me on Odyssey, where I have backups of my full catalog and post up extra content as well. If you'd like to support the channel directly, check out my Patreon channel. I post up exclusive content and you get early access to videos. I'm going to have links down below for everything I just mentioned, but if you go over to ricecrypto.crypto, I have links to all my social media sites, and you can sign up for my mailing list so that you never miss an update or new Rice TVX content. And if you haven't already taken advantage of my partnership with Money Metals Exchange, you can get a free half ounce of silver. All you need to do is be a first-time buyer at moneymetals.com, purchase a minimum of $100, and be sure you use the promo code RICE, RICE. You get that free half ounce of silver, and it's an additional way to support the channel as well.